Welcome back to the channel. I am in our newly renovated bathroom. Well, it's a work in progress. We're missing one important thing that every bathroom should have, and that is a door. So, I'm going to try to install a door today. In fact, two doors. So this is the first door. I'm going to be trying something new today though. You guys know I like to try new things, so here we go. I saw this at the store, and this little kit is supposed to make hanging a door quicker and easier, so I thought I'd try it out. I've always hung doors the conventional way, shims, nails, screws, you know, even it out. So let's check this out, see how it works. The kit looks pretty basic. It comes with some metal brackets and screws. So I installed these brackets, one behind each hinge. So that was pretty easy. Just screwed it in. And now, I guess I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. The instructions tell me to draw a plumb line down this wall. So this is kind of cool. The way these brackets are made, they have like little notches on them, so you can kind of see where the line is. And I guess if you just screw the bracket in at the same spot on each bracket, they'll be in a straight plumb line.
The crack there on the slab gets tight at the bottom.
Alright, I'll be honest, I am not impressed with these. They really didn't help me out at all. They kind of busted up my drywall trying to get the screws flush, and I still had to go through and put a bunch of shims in and nail it the old-fashioned way because it was just too flimsy. You know, you really can't just hold one side of your door in and expect to get a nice straight door. I had to shim over the top to even out the gap over here. Had to shim the bottom because where they have these, it just leaves all of this hanging loose. And that's not practical. Actually, I overshimmed that now that I'm looking at it. But if you could put your trim on right away, the trim would hold the door in. I don't know, might work good for somebody. And up here, this big gap, that's my mistake. I was supposed to bring the header down a little bit. It's not a big deal. At least the door works. Cool. So the bathroom door is done and it's working perfectly, so I'm happy with that. We still got to finish it, but I'll do that later. But now we get to install another door in the bathroom, believe it or not. We bought a glass shower door for our shower. So here is the door, kind of cool. It's rain glass. This is like identical to the glass on our front door. If that matters. Hopefully we can get this installed. We've actually been reading over the instructions for days because they're that difficult. We've said it before, instructions are written really badly. There were a lot of mistakes in there and out of order.
It's another one of those things where you just have to like figure it out yourself.
But I think we got it. Now the instructions didn't call for this, but I kind of made a template because I wanted to see the curve of the shower. This one, I was getting it good, but I think I overdid it. You can see the bottom there, it's a gap. But this side is pretty good. And basically I was just trying to find the curve and see how straight the tub was, because it's really not straight. This is a fiberglass tub and it has some variation and waviness into it. So before I start hacking away at my middle bottom track, I just wanted to make sure I kind of knew what I was doing. So now that I kind of know what kind of rounded edges and stuff I need, I'm just going to cut this to length and hopefully file the ends round like that.
So we measure the whole length and then subtract half an inch.
That's what they say.
56 1/8.
I don't know why they want you to cut off an extra half inch.
to fit the sides next to it.
Oh yeah, you're right. That went pretty well actually, really clean cut. So I'll try to show this. You can see it sits up on the edges. You can see behind it, there's a gap the whole way, pretty consistent. And goes up to the end. So the edges just taper up a little bit, pretty consistent in the middle. This is the bottom side of the track, and you can see it's actually got a little space in there, it's hollow. So I'm going to try to shave it down to round it so it sits flush. Since my template went all the way to the edge of the tub, and these are 1/4 inch in from the edge, I just put it out.
1/4 inch.
Yeah. We'll go down a little bit. I'll take that one easy because, like I said, I overdid that. So you can see I had to do a lot of filing, but we got it a lot better. Let me try to show you what you can't see, and that's a crack. It's pretty closed up all along the tub. So, happy with that? Basically, we're going to be putting silicone under here, taping it to the tub, and then putting our side pieces in. The side pieces are these. Since they come down to that same kind of rounded edge, well, I'm going to have to trim those too. So I'll probably work on trimming these up, shaving them, filing them, and then we'll come back. Once all these pieces are filed, we'll get working on putting it together. I think we're ready to start putting this together. This is the bottom track, is drill a hole in it for this door guide. They say not to over tighten it because it'll strip out. Do it like this.
Just where the hole is?
Yeah. Is this too thick?
No.
Man, the instructions, they really do leave a lot to be desired. They're just lousy.
Yep.
Okay, ready?
Does this have to go in yet? Or can that go in?
Yes. Good thing you remembered that.
Whew.
Like this?
And now what? Tape it down?
Yep. So I drilled out the sides where the screws would be that hold the sides on. I tried sticking a paper clip in there to really feel around and see what I was hitting. And they feel like there's something in there. There's a bit of wood, a bit of fiberglass. It feels kind of odd actually. So we're going to try to just screw the screws into it. If it feels like the screws aren't gripping, we did pick up some anchors that we could drill the hole bigger and anchor it in. I'm going to do this by hand because I don't want to overdrive it and mess anything up.
So you think that'll work?
So far so good. It feels pretty snug. So this one feels quite a bit looser. It still has some grip though. This one's probably just going into the fiberglass. And I don't have the rubber thing I'm holding in my hand. You know, it might be fine though. Especially once we silicone the edges and everything.
Yeah. So we'll get these last 4 screwed in and then we'll show you the next step.
Sides went on really smoothly. Super happy with that. All the screws grabbed really hard. Some of them might only be in the fiberglass, but it actually had a really solid grip, so I'm not too worried about it. And now it's time to put on the top track. We actually already cut this, and it's just the same length as, you know, the tub. That looks good. Whoop. So these screws are actually really hard to get in because they're in a very snug spot. Hold the inside door panel so the rollers are facing away from you, standing outside and facing the shower enclosure. Lift. Okay.
They're in?
I think they're in. Cool.
Wow.
Starting to come together.
Okay, we got them both in and adjusted. Looking good. Now what are you going to do with the handle?
Yep.
Now there's a towel rod hanger that hooks on.
And actually what's pretty cool about this is it gives us an extra spot to hang a towel.
Mm-hmm.
Because in a small bathroom, it's actually pretty hard to find spots to hang towels. I would just be really careful with this one though, because it is plastic.
Yeah. Is it now done?
This is done. Okay, so we didn't buy the most high-end door. We bought probably one of the cheapest doors you could buy. I would say the second to cheapest glass door that we could buy. We want to buy quality stuff, but sometimes you can't afford quality stuff, so you try to compromise, and I think this will hold up fine for us. This is a little scary because you can see this pretty atrocious fit. Let me slide this down. I mean, you can see how loose it is. But
Yeah.
down, like, look at the gap right here.
Yeah.
And it should be in, but it literally like pops out naturally. So, not sure about that. So this being plastic, that's disappointing because this is metal, this is metal. They could have put a metal piece here.
That's like the only plastic thing on the
Yeah.
whole thing.
It was a little complex, the instructions were bad, but it looks cool.
If you're wondering, the outside is bumpy,
The
but on
inside
the inside,
is pretty smooth.
this is smooth, so it's easy to clean. It won't get like filthy. So this is what it's like when you're in here.
It's cool.
Cool.
Do you like it in there?
Yeah. I like that better than the shower curtain.
Mm-hmm. So now that it's done, I'm going to go ahead and silicone the edges.
Okay.
I am standing in our future kitchen. Before it can become a kitchen, I got to finish up some loose ends, and that involves building some more walls here. You can see there's an open utility room back here, and there's also an open laundry room. And those aren't supposed to be that way. They're supposed to be closed off. There's actually a couple of walls that still need to be built. So, okay. Alright guys, the wall is built. I went ahead and installed my electrical box while I was framing it because it was just easier to get the screws in. And everything's looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and lift it into place. And this is just going right here. This is going to be to the utility room. And there's the other wall, you know, for the washer and dryer nook. This shouldn't be too tight, but we'll see. Let's slide it down. That went really well. This is actually one of my best fitting walls yet. I usually have to pound my walls in forever because I always make them too tight, but this one actually went in snug but easily, so that's good. This wall, this outside wall leans out along the whole house. It just leans out, and it's kind of frustrating because all my walls kind of lean, and At first, when I was doing like the first bedrooms, I was doing my walls for the closets plumb, but then the closets would taper because the two walls of the mobile home were like this, and my wall in between would be straight. And I didn't like that, so I started building my walls crooked. Instead of doing plumb walls, I just do them parallel with the house. It kind of makes sense sometimes to build with the house than to worry about everything being straight, because if you have a closet and your wall's straight and this wall's crooked, it makes it really awkward to put like our shelving in there without an awkward gap. So this door frame might not be totally plumb when I put it in, because I'm going to pull it out of square when I screw it in, but at least the hallway, even if it's crooked, will be totally parallel and not like getting wider at the top. Does that make sense? I don't know. There it is. Alright, so that wall's looking good. I feel good that that's getting done, but we're not done yet. There's actually going to be another wall right here. But basically I have to build a wall like this, like this. It's going to not make sense to anybody but me, but yeah. So I think we're done framing all of our walls. We got this wall done, and I'll be talking about this later, so don't worry about that. But I got my blocking in, and yeah, this might look a little bit confusing, but it's all going to come together as the project progresses. So now that we got all the framing up, we're ready for one last small piece of demo. I think it's finally time to take down the arch. I know a lot of you guys like it, but we don't like it. We want to open up the doorway and make it square, so it's all coming down. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how this looks without this here. I kind of like the arch when we moved in, but it's the only arch in the house, the only curve in the house. It doesn't really go. I don't want this to fall and ruin everything. There we go. You know. Oh, oh, oh!
What?
Let's not tip it too much.
Oh.
Check this out. I didn't even realize there's a mouse nest right up here in the top of the door. And I almost dumped it right out.
Yuck.
And the mouse poop and everything. So it's actually a good thing that we're taking this out and not leaving the arch, because it seems like there's mouse nests hidden everywhere. And I'm glad we didn't dump that on the floor. We'll definitely vacuum that. So guys, we got our framing up. It's looking pretty awesome. Today, I also got all my wiring done. So this is actually pretty big, because now we have, that's going to be a light switch in the hallway. And I also got the bathroom wiring done, which is going to be an outlet and a thermostat up here in the switch, and the hallway outlet done. All this is done, so pretty soon we can close up all this, and that's really exciting to get this whole hallway finished. It's going to look so good wrapping into the laundry area. And you can see now how that's looking with the wall up here. We weren't going to leave it open to the kitchen like that. It's just a closet in the hallway. I guess I'll tell you, right here, this area is actually going to be a built-in shelf. That was the plan for it. It actually might change in the future. I have kind of a multi-use for this space, but I'm planning on a shelf in here. This is just a regular wall. And over here I'm doing something special, so I don't want to give that away. It's going to be a little unusual, and it's going to be hard to imagine. So if I say it, you guys will say, that's going to be bad, so I'm not going to say it. I'll give you a little quick sneak peek. Whoop! Look how that bathroom's coming out. So we'll be sharing that soon. We should have a bathroom reveal coming soon, actually, because We are working on finishing it, and it's looking really awesome. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the progress that we're making with everything. It is pretty awesome. You see this? That's a little sneak peek. You guys aren't going to be able to make sense of this until it comes together. And you can see we got our back door boarded up. That's going to be the doorway, like a back entry area. We've just been doing the best we can to get everything wrapped up, working on multiple projects at once. Some of it is down below. I've been working down below on electrical and plumbing. I got all the plumbing in the house done now. We tied up these kitchen sink drain into the rest of the plumbing, so everything is done with plumbing, and that feels really good. We're also on the very edge of getting all the electrical done in the house. I just have a couple more things I gotta wire up on the wall over there behind you guys, and I think we're gonna be done with that. It's amazing how much progress we made in 1 year, less than a year, a couple months. Basically renovating a whole house, and now we're at the last of the electrical, the last of the plumbing, the last of the insulation, the last of the demo. And you guys saw that today, the last of the demo. Look at our doorway, right here, square and open. I know some of you guys really like that arch, but it really opened up the room, and it's gonna look really good when it's finished. It's looking really awesome. So the shower door is so great. We love it. We're really happy to have that. I hope it holds up okay and isn't a pain to maintain and clean, but so far it's doing really well. Otherwise, a lot of you have been asking for an animal update, and we'll try to get you like a basic property outside update soon. Everything else that's going on. It's just been hard. There's a lot going on mentally, physically, just a lot going on. So we're focusing on what we need to focus on right now. We'll show that soon. I do want to do like there's not much to update out there, but we'll do an update. I guess we'll end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're making progress, and that's always a good thing. So we'll have another video soon, but until next time, take care.
Bye.